Well, salutations, everybody. What's a crack-a-lackin'? It's another day, another dollar, another day to end up coming down onto the wonderful world that is streaming, playing a wonderful game known as Football Manager 26. Third month of the year, 2026 going down really quick. Another day older, another day closer to the grave. But I suppose you end up looking at things well and good and see how she ends up coming. For me, I'm suppose United, the most informed team in the league, continuing to go on well. Michael Carrick managing to scam victories out of the face of defeat. Tottenham Hotspurs looking incredibly like they're going to get relegated after getting walloped by one Fulham. I think if they lose to Crystal Palace, there's a genuine chance they get relegated. And Chelsea being indisciplined. It's kind of like turning around stating that their youth teams aren't consistently busted, as is being seen tonight, as they're 2-0 up versus Manchester United under 21s. But I suppose until then, we can end up seeing if all is good, grand and delicious. Because we end up continuing on with our Manchester United save 3 years in the January transfer window at the moment. Not looking like we're going to sign anyone, but we do have our return leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final versus Brentford. A phenomenally important game that we must win. And we'll see how it all ends up going as we set things up. Senior Duck, Senior Kurt, it is a pleasure to have you both in. What's a crack-a-lackin'? How has your weekend gone? I hope it has been a fantastic experience for both of you. Did you get up to anything exciting? Did you get up to anything unexpected? Let us know how the crack is treating you, my friends. And then cross your fingers and your toes for us so that we're actually able to win versus these monsters of mentality. Because things could go very bad if we aren't careful. But this is the team we're going to end up going with. Edison in goal, Willy Kwambwala on the right-hand side with Matthias de Ligt and Ilya Zambrani. Wait, why is Ilya Zambrani not available? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Why is Ilya Zambrani not available? Okay, that changes things. Suspended, okay. Okay, so we'll change that. Willy Kwambwala, Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt, Kaba, Stellar, Menu, Ahmad, Bruno, Victor, and Sesko. Need to make sure that we're in good place and make sure that we're able to go into this well, and we'll see how it ends up going. It is interesting, Duck, when you end up having a run of games or a run of things going ahead and you're getting a fantastic group of youth come into the game. I haven't had a massively strong intake in this game yet. So I don't know if you have managed to have that occurred in FM26. But like the fact that in whatever FM you're playing at the moment with your Arsenal save, you've managed to get a budget of 568 million sterling is bonkers. Which I think it's FM26, but like that's bonkers that you got that much money. It's nice that it's working for you, Senior. So it's not crashing every 5 minutes for you. So that's brilliant to see that that issue has finally been resolved for you. Anyway, we'll start this game. We'll get into this first match and see how the Craic ends up treating us. Ooh, just bear with us 1 second. For any of you wondering too why I'm currently walking like I'm cosplaying Zoidberg from Futurama is because I had a leg day there not too long ago and it repped the absolute crap out of me. So I need to hopefully end up getting my legs fixed up. That was 24. I figured it didn't. It must have been one of the old ones because it had a bit more design to its back end and the whole lot. I'm on 26 in the tier 7 of the ladies league. How are you finding that? How have you been finding the lower down the division showcases of the ladies? Who is Matthew Cox? Because I'm almost positive they still have the Irish book. I cannot remember his name. Anyway, let's see. I think that's a surprisingly weak team. Genuinely. Maybe they're sacrificing the Carabao Cup. But I also could be just pig ignorant on their actual squad and how well they're doing at the moment. How my weekend went? Well, I am stepping away from the SFL, so I'm no longer a manager. Could also face a ban because I walked way ahead of a tournament on Friday. Oh, the joys of that, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that. But I know you were going through a lot of crap doing that as well, and like you stepped in to hold up that and the whole lot, whilst another person ended up leaving away. So you think they give you a bit of leeway, but in general, I'm sorry to hear that you're going through like slight problems with the SFL. But at the end of the day, I suppose the one good way to look at it is you done what was best for you. Without knowing all the information, I'm sure you've done what you've done best for you. And that's always the way to end up. Never mind how much it pisses off people or anything like that. Do what's best for you. I mean, the one problem with that is the fact you were using your own personal Discord. So, they'll either have to swap over to their other Discord or they'll have to head over to their own personal Discord or your own Discord's going to be used for something you're not even in anymore, which would be funny, to be honest. But yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. Make sure to look after yourself first and worry about everything else later on. Whole of Scottish football is crap, so they don't deserve you. No bother, my man. Thank you so much for having me tabbed up there. It's a pleasure to have you in. I hope all is going well on your end as well. And lurkers are always welcome. Thank you so, so much. So we're starting off okay, even though we haven't had a single shot on target. Again, Carabao Cup semi-finals is masterfully important we perform well in this. I think this is scored, didn't they? Yep. Oh, yeah, no, but unfortunately that's the case with an awful lot of stuff, Kurt. And you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. You have to know when enough is enough, when the enjoyment of what you're playing versus the pain of actually enjoying it. comes into the equation, and it's a horrible conversation to end up having. Basically, SFL is the EA Sports clubs being set up and people doing that in their own external independent league to make it more exciting. I'm surprised you came back with an duck, and not a brother. Yeah, I've had enough. Like, I'm not enjoying it, and I'm sick of the shite I get into. That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Just turn around to them, say, I hold ye absolutely no will. But with that being said,
off is a direction you can fuck.
To be fair. Also, what a beautifully horrible goal for them to concede. Benjamin Sesko scoring a header. Like IRL, it's fantastic to see that it's going well. But at least in 8 Pro Wrestling Sports Interactive, he's playing Craic. Yes. Although we are 10 days away from WWE 2K26 coming out, which is a Thursday. So I genuinely might end up taking the boxing off that day just to end up playing that game live when it ends up coming out. Although, speaking of which, I am actually off the boxing this week because this is a deload week. So I will be doing 2 extra streams this week, both on Tuesday and Thursday. Does that sound? I'm just said sorry for letting the league down, and I'm not continuing with management, and I will take the ban that comes. Maybe they'd be nice to you and let you continue to play, just not as a manager anymore. Maybe they just won't let you come back as a manager. I mean, you don't want to be losing potentially good players as well. Is there any team that you'd like to join in actually playing it, or are you just happy to be on the wayside at the moment and maybe play on training games with the likes of Enter? It's the talking of it that bores the crap out of me. I understand that too, Duck. Although, with that being said, considering you brought up the conversation, WWE Elimination Chamber was a surprisingly good show. For a company that has been on the back ends of its own heels and has been working on trying to, improve the product for one and all that has been watching it. It was a fine display of themselves. 2 nice wins in Rhea Ripley and Randy Orton. And it's funny too, because I'm heavily tempted to purchase tickets to WrestleMania, because they're not looking too expensive, and I've never been to Vegas, so we'll see. By the end of this stream, once I get off of it, I will have made the decision whether or not I'm buying them. So, well, I suppose, Duck, if that bores you, if me being so eloquent as to tell you my feelings bores you, well, then I suppose, much like what Kurt is saying to the people that he's doing the SFL with, is
off is a direction you can fuck.
I don't know right now, just staying away from the league for a minute. Well, happy out, my friend. Happy out, my friend. It gives you more time for yourself as well, and if you want to, it gives you more time for streaming. And fuck it, if you do feel like doing streams or anything like that, give us a feeler. More than happy to do stuff with you while you're going through this difficult time. So it's all that as well too, Kurt. At the end of the day, just do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy, because life's far too short to be a miserable bastardo. It's nice that Edison, even though we've had our own disallowed goal come in, it's nice that Edison is doing okay in this game. Manu to Kaba there. Sesko to Victor. Ooh. I will ask too, by the way, let me know if there's any audio imperfections or if it's a wee bit more annoying in terms of the way that the audio ends up working. I have changed up the audio so to try and not have it peak when I, get shocked or surprised or something like that. So you're actually hearing me, get excitable so that I don't go, holy fuck, and then, it ends up cutting off. But it does mean the likes of maybe the water bottles are a bit too noisy. So do let me know that type of shite. I've not been streaming much either because I've not enjoyed that. Not like I streamed a lot anyways. But yeah, again, I understand that. I understand that too, my friend. Find something and maybe I'll stream again. Happy out, my friend. I mean, you did enjoy Fall Guys, so if you feel like doing something like that, just mindless bullshit for a bit, you could end up doing that. Or if you just want to relax some evening and play a game, fuck it, give us the text. Not everything needs to be done with the case of growth or expansion or anything like that, But like, do what's best for you, big man, and be happy that everything will improve and 3-0 up, happy out. So we're getting into the final versus either Arsenal or Spurs. Yeah, I'll be about for the odd game of that. Happy out. Yeah, because myself and Kickert haven't been talking yet as to whether or not we're doing anything on Wednesday. So I'll let you know about it anyway, big man. But 3-0 up so far in this game is doing well. This tactic is like fascinating because it works every now and again, but then this happens where they just end up coming back and getting a goal out of nowhere. And you have to do tweaks to it at some point in time to work on its defensiveness, because it is quite civvy, leaky. Oh, really? We didn't keep him on? Ooh. Okay, well, that was a mistake by me. I thought the cat was still on the bench. Then in that case, Buemu down the middle as a change. And Euro as a yellow card, so Euro for Cucurella. What did you think of the matches this weekend, Senior Kurt? Did you think that Liverpool's performance versus West Ham was good? Because although it ended as a 5-2 result, I wouldn't exactly call it convincing. And I know that's quite odd to say when there's that many goals scored. But like, I don't know. He seemed to be having one of his better games in that game, but I still think Virgil van Dijk is a massive liability for you at the moment as well. And like Hugo Nketiah is performing fantastic, which is beautiful for you. But there are conversations that need to be had. I also think that might have been the game that ended Axel Disarcy's Premier League career, because I very much doubt West Ham are going to sign him after this, and I very much doubt Chelsea are going to keep him there this season. So I have a feeling he's getting whipped off as fast as he can to somewhere in England. I like the fact that we are scoring more set pieces. Yes, that's good to end up seeing, to be fair. There is a big uptick in the amount of set piece coaches and the whole lot that are being assigned to the Premier League. Like us, we're being very good with set pieces as well. We have a brand new set piece coach brought in there. And it's interesting too, because the old set piece coach that Arsenal ended up getting, that revolutionized their set piece to become them Set Piece FC, left Arsenal and we signed him. So even if he's not as good as he was at Arsenal, if he helps us set up ours, that's all that matters. Yeah, we sacked our book and hired the old school Arsenal one, Senior Duck. So and there's nothing wrong with that when it ends up coming in. But we need to listen to our actual coaches. Yeah, well, Liverpool sacked the entirety of their training staff. I don't think they've sacked anyone new. I don't think they've sacked anyone since Arna came in, unless I'm wrong on that. Maybe Kurt will be able to tell me. Well, West Ham just need luck. I genuinely think at this point in time, based on the way West Ham are, West Ham have probably more of a chance of staying up than Tottenham. I think Tottenham are screwed. Like, it'll be the funniest thing goddamn alive, but I genuinely think there's a chance Tottenham end up being sent down. Yeah. Oh, well, that's not too bad. But, like, Slot was, like, a specialist coach as well before he ended up becoming an actual manager, wasn't he, Kurt? It would be... To be honest, I don't. To be honest, I don't. I don't want to see Tottenham go down simply because the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium... This is it for me. Simply the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium is a center of excellence that all football clubs should aspire to get to. And it being showcased weekly on English television is a shining example of where clubs should go. It being in the Championship would only be for a year because no one would end up making it past there. But I think it's detrimental because it means that Tottenham will be the poster child for fuck the stadium, focus on everything else. And that's the wrong viewpoint of what's going down there, because I genuinely think there'll be a spin put that Tottenham have screwed themselves over the past 10 years, spending the money on the stadium as opposed to the infrastructure of the squad. Because, I'm sorry guys, what the fuck? Damn it. I think I might have pissed off Tottenham in the game. Up, you are a gent. You are a scholar. You are genuinely a beautiful individual. Thank you so much for the subscription. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it more than you know. So, as Enter has ended up starting in, I shall give you your 5 pull-ups now. Just tell me, are you ready? And I'll show them off. Okay, move you to there. Cool. No, you move back. Move back, you bastard. Oh, the fact that I'm moving like a freight train has hit me is bloody wonderful. But I'm doing fantastic seeing you're up. What about yourself? You know, Kurt, you would think that Tottenham Hotspurs in the final would be an easy game. However, we have lost to Aston Villa. We have lost to Arsenal. We have lost to PSG. We have lost to Spurs. We have lost to Sunderland. We have drew to Barcelona, drew to Brentford, drew to Chelsea, drew to Brentford there in the Premier League. And we have Spurs coming up here as well. So there's a significant chance we go Spurs. Joshua, my friend, what is a crack-a-lackin'? It is a pleasure to have you in. A gent, a scholar, a fellow Football Manager fan, fantastic streamer in his own right, has been incredibly accommodating to me when I've come into his chat, having conversations and a whole lot. Please, if you can do, go and give him a follow. Wouldn't you look at that, the joys. He's doing push-ups just after I done push-ups for off. This is divine intervention, Joshua. Brilliant to see. So, on the table at the moment, we are first with Spurs on our heels. 53 points for us, 53 points for Spurs, 53 points for City. Where you now know we're meeting Spurs in the final of the Carabao Cup. So everything is coming together. Divine intervention has put it all to know. We will have the ultimate battle in Wembley. They had beaten us once this season. We have yet to beat them. So it'll be fantastic to see what happens when we end up getting there. They just walloped Arsenal 5-0 in the second round of their Carabao Cup match. So we'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see them in a title race instead of a relegation battle, I shall tell you that. No bother, Senior Kurt. Have a fantastic time. I forgot to give it to you too. So if you can give Senior Kurt a follow. As he was saying himself, he's on and off with his streams, but a sound individual. Do give him a follow if you can do. And I actually need to pay for that at some point in time. But a gentle scholar and a fantastic individual as well. Had my first stream too recently. OBS is a pain. It's only a pain until you get used to it up. If you need any advice or want any little helps on how to end up doing some stuff, please send your questions this way and I will happily give any support that I can do, because you've always been good to the chat and I'm happy to help if I can do. Now I forget, Joshua, who is it that you said you supported? Have I accidentally offended your own squad? You didn't say you are a Spurs fan, did you? Or are you a Spurs fan? Because like the funny thing with us is we won the Champions League last year, even though we didn't win anything else. So we're the defending champions of the Champions League as well as everything else. Excited for 2K. I can't wait. GM mode should be fun. I am. Now, one of the things I don't actually know when it comes down to 2K, because I didn't get 25 and I haven't locked enough into it, is can you do online FM saves? Like, can you, or not FM, GM saves. So can I, like, get with you, do it over the online capability and do a GM mode between the two of us? Or do they have to be LAN? So you can do online GM mode. Nice. In that case, I might end up trying to contact the likes of Murph FM or a couple of other people if they're willing to do it and do the online GM mode with a couple of people. Do it with yourself up if you ever want to start doing a stream with it, and we can see what ends up happening. And senior, and with all of this being said, there, Senior Duck has just fallen asleep. So yeah, Senior Up has just managed to, or Senior Duck has just managed to go like that. I have added a number of elements too for emotes and stuff like that on the stream. So if you want to end up adding them and have them appear all funsity on the screen, please feel free to do so. But it's all a good bit of crack anyways. The Panda Red card is always one of the gorgeous ones that you ended up getting to. Oh, she. But how has your weekend been treating you, my friend? Have you gotten up to much? Is the Panda a general Twitch emote? Because I don't have access to it if it is. Oh, not too bad. So maybe in the future I'll find it on a hype train. I've been working on the book this weekend. Pleasure to hear. The last time we were in conversations about your book, you were telling me that you had started chapter 2, or the second section of what we were doing. Also, by the way, it's a shame Kurt is gone. Kurt would enjoy the fact that this has happened. Also, Tonali to Man City. Genuinely, I wouldn't be shocked. Genuinely, I wouldn't be shocked if that happens this summer. Just speaking of funny potentialities and potential signings, I wouldn't be shocked if Tonali leaves and goes to City. I know the rumor at the moment is that he wants to go back over to Italy, but I don't actually believe that too much. So we'll see what ends up happening. I got it from gifting 10 subs on Ticker's chat, and he got a red just after. That's awesome. That's the type of stuff that you love to end up happening. That's what makes interactions with streams absolutely fabulous. Because like that's the type of fun that you'll always remember in the whole lot. I hope you have that clip saved for yourself, Senior Duck, so that you can remind him about it every now and again. Because I'd be both giving you an opposite direction in one of the pyro booms. Well, I decided to split my original chapter 1 into 2, and it came out way better. Had a writing streamer I edit and mod for, review it on stream, and great feedback. Happy out! And that's what you need. That's what you need. So long as it's working the way that you want it to, so long as it's coming across great, and you're happy with what's being done, that's all that matters, my friend. And at least that is what's happening. So congratulations that you're getting that type of feel. Just remember, because oftentimes in those type of situations, you can get a bit blinded by the advice to, you know, keep the previous drafts of what you've done so that you can go back and read the old ones as well in case there's something you want to add into it to improve, you know? Oh, shut up, Mbomo. It's always good to keep old drafts, always, on anything you end up doing. Like, obviously, I am in no way as good or as successful or in any ways related when it comes down to the writing. But, like, you have the likes of me who ended up releasing a blog post there myself, which, you know, was something different and interesting. So, like, I do them every now and again. So, like, my last one was this. So, like, you know, it's a matter of just not getting in your own way and feeling worried about your fucking your creative process and hampering it down, because you need to do something at some point in time and just be happy with it, you know? Good. Finally, we can end up adding Edison into the goalkeeper. How Edison wasn't in our goalkeeping situation beforehand is unbelievable for me. Francisco and Cucurella in case he is required. Really? Is Cucurella not down as English? How is he not down? Huh. Okay, well, Cucurella's not getting onto the goddamn Champions League squad. I'm shocked Cucurella's not considered English. Also, I can't wait to look at that clip later on, Senior Duck. Thinking Crack Spiral. Yes. I love the names you end up giving the clips, by the way. I have to actually start doing something with them. But I love the names you end up giving them. Okay, so the fact that your release clause has been gone is probably a good thing, because your release clause was bonkersly high. Oh, and then they want double what the release clause was, so never mind. Okay. So, Ben, my friend, what is a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going delicious? Please, my friends, another one to end up doing it for. Give Ben a good owl follow if you can. A gent, a scholar, a fellow Manchester United fan. He is a good bit of crack. Always approachable whenever you get into his chat. Although I don't know the same can be said about some of the people that he's on with. They have been prickly a few times with me. But to be fair, I always fire it back. But how is life treating you, my friend?
And it's Brennan Johnson with you.
I mean...
God's sake.
I have my problems. I have my problems with the way we played against Palace. Considering the squad hasn't been playing as much as it should have, I was expecting more intensity. Off of them. And I don't like how easily certain people ended up going down. Like Cunha's red card by La Crux. By the spirit of the game, that is a red card. By the spirit of the game, that is a red card. However, I will fight you if you don't say Cunha dived. Because he like that is the lightest touch I've seen in my life. And it's not even that he dived because of the touch. He dived the minute he took a leading position. He dived the minute he got into the position where the red card for a blocking of a goal scoring opportunity would end up happening. So he done the turn, he went far enough ahead and got himself far enough ahead that he was further than LeCoux and then dived. Again, that's in the game. I just don't like seeing it. Like, I think Craic has gotten better results than the performances have laid out. But at the end of the day, as I said, with Arsenal, who cares how you play so long as you win? Don't worry up. I've already given them a... God damn it. I've already given them a... Why is streamer bot off? Okay, for some reason my streamer bot connection isn't working, so I'll do it manually because screw it, why not? I'll give them a... If it's on later, or
Off is a direction you can fuck.
I'll give them one of them. Yeah, she's back on now, so yeah. Because it says it's back on. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, we'll close her down and knock her back off. Newcastle Wednesday, hopefully a win. It is bonkersly unlikely that Newcastle get the victory over. It's PSG they're against, isn't it? Wednesday. Oh no, it's us versus them. Oh, okay. God, I thought there was Champions League on this weekend. I don't know. Newcastle aren't as bad as... Okay, what's going on with this? Why isn't it working? Okay, we'll knock her off for a bit. The immortal way to fix technology. Knock her off, and knock her back on. It's Barca, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but the way Hansi Flick's Barca is playing, it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening. But I do wish us good luck now, to be honest, versus Newcastle. It'll be an interesting game. I don't think we won against them the last time, did we? Past matches, United versus them, 25th, we did 1-0. We won, and it was the Patrick Dogu goal. Yes. So we'll see what ends up happening. Should be a bit of crack. St. James's Park, or as it's now known, 3 Points Park. That is mean. Oh, that is mean up. I wonder if they're going to call it St. James's Park when they inevitably get their new stadium, by the way. Because hopefully they do. Okay, so the device is there. No, okay. So unfortunately, it looks like my streamer bot is gone. So I won't be doing any pop-ups for the rest of the day, my friends. So I won't be Hassan Piker with his you know, his nice little touchpad here, adding up stuff. So my office direction and the don't you forget are going to be gone for a while, because it wouldn't be a crack stream if something didn't go wrong. Oh, I mean, ye can still do it. Ye can still do them. I just won't be doing them unless I manually go in. Unless I manually go in and do them myself. So, like, as an example, just to prove that they're still working.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
See, she's still working for ye. It's just I can't do it. Yeah, Hassan Piker. If you've been watching any of his streams in the last wee while, he's been using a soundboard. Like it's the newest invention you've ever seen in your life. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't watch the man. I actually find his content to be fucking horrible. But to each their own. I don't begrate anyone for watching anyone, you know. And the word I was looking for was begrudge, because the crack knows the English language, you know. I only heard of him during the dog shock collar thing. Yeah, Kaya. I think German Shepherd is the brand of dog that Kaya is. I know the big thing when it comes down to that is supposedly that dog is passed away now. Which, if that's the case, that's fine. I just hope there wasn't any ill, like, you don't want to be spreading misinformation or anything like that. But I hope there wasn't any like ill-begotten natures of that situation. It's like, it's not even right for me to put that into the goddamn world, that could be potentially, you know, something worse than what it is, you know. Benny, my friend, what's a crack-a-lacking with you? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going delicious? And Naps, another absolute fantastic streamer, American in his nature.
Rotations come in here towards mid. ABC's going to get a kill. Senna going to get the trade. Vanessa here, I don't know how she got that kill, but she did. Much quicker react.
Anyway, we're making our team now. Solomon for... I mean, I to be fair, Senior Duck, you're only the lead moderator alongside Katie. You're only the lead moderator alongside Katie. So it's not like I can expect you to do something for that honor, you know? I thought you would have been angry about the fact that you lost 5-2 to Liverpool and Axel Zasarski scored an own goal. Why? What ended up happening with Union anyway? Just a bad performance, or simple like that, or? Ah, fair enough. Now, just so you know for yourself, Benny, it's not that I've forgotten. It's not that I have gotten unused of making my MLS jokes. My streamer deck is busted, so I can't pop up the pop-ups that I normally do. So the actual effort of creating an MLS joke isn't worth it. So I suppose you get away lucky today, knowing that the Miles Group still are in charge of the Miles Lewis Skelly League, you know? You know, I say that and I'll still bring it up. Lost in the 90th minute plus 9 minutes. That's just horrible. That's not even them being bad. That's just unlucky. The Animals came into are in 2x2s. Played 2, lost 2, 2 sent off. Interesting. That's horrible though. How is the MLS season doing this year? Because I heard that the new rules are being implemented in the whole lot, and there's been a bit of an uptick in the amount of people actually going to the games. So that's good if that is actually the case. that apparently the league seems to be in a better condition than it has been in a while. At least that's what I heard. That could be a load of horse manure, but I hope it's in good. I hope it's in good condition. Okay, I'll go back to it, Senior Duck. I'm only lead mod, so Katie can't time me out. To be honest, you're only lead mod so that if she abuses her power, you do it because I'm afraid of her. And I'm not afraid of her because she's a woman. I'm afraid of her because she's ruthless. I believe it's in a month's time. March 26th and the 31st. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Yeah. So it should be a bit of crack, yeah. Now, do we make it? I don't think so. No, oh God, it's in, we have the first one is away, and the second one is at home if we win the first one. So we have to go over to the Czech Republic for the first one. So it's in Zurich for the first one. And then it's at home for the one after that. I mean, it's too tight to be risking it with Salmons, so we'll go in Buemu, Rashford, Nico Paz, Evan Ferguson, Bruno, Stellar, Alex Jimenez, De Ligt, Sembrani, Cucurella, and Edison. It's either Prague. I think, yeah, you might be right that it's in Prague. Yes. Yeah. I think you might be right. You might be right that it's in Prague. In fact, you are right that it's in Prague, because I know that for that weekend, there was a massive discussion in the Irish media about the fact that the prices in Prague 4x'd when the match was announced. So you're actually right about that. So we'll see. Funnily enough, I couldn't give a crap. I might try, if we win in Prague, to get the match in the Aviva for the follow-up. Because that would be an interesting match to go to. It'd be a pain in the arse to get a ticket for it, but I might try and get it. And as I was saying earlier on the stream, I might yet be buying tickets to WrestleMania and going over to Las Vegas for a week. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Well, it's not even the international football thing that would be the case there up. It would literally just be the Irish are so energetic on anything that we end up doing well that it'd be happy that it'd be such a great atmosphere that it'd be something you'd never end up seeing again. Legitimately, it's ironic you say that. It's literally the fact that the prices are dropping off of a goddamn cliff as to why I'm considering it. I was looking at flights from Ireland to Vegas, which is Ireland to Florida, Florida to Vegas, return for 500 quid. And I know that's a lot of money, but that's cheap in comparison to where they normally are, especially with how close you'd be booking them. I was looking at a hotel room in Vegas at €200 for the week, and then potentially you'd have the WrestleMania tickets themselves for about 500 quid. So I know you're talking north of 1,000 quid, but it's WrestleMania. And although it seems to be a city that's dying, it's Vegas, I'll take you as luggage up. I'll bring you as my emotional support animal. I think Air Etihad still let you bring your emotional support animal on it. No, up. You're not a animal. You're the animal. You're Batista. If Kevin, you tit! Keep the change, you filthy animal. And that's without a voice modulator. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about anything going wrong. I'll look after you. I'll make sure it's all grand. I'll make sure everything is done correctly, my friend. What a shite concession. I love how I'm still peaking the microphone even though I have the noise reduction off the fucking microphone. That's amazing. How did you find it? It hasn't been getting good ratings. It's funny too because it's the first time that it's back with the Marlon Brothers. So like it's supposedly it's being produced and you know, looked after by the Marlon Brothers. Oh, come on, guys. Hey, at the end of the day, sometimes that's better. If you enjoyed it, that's all that matters. God, we're shite. Holy crap, we're shite. How have we had 10 shots and 1 on target? This league is far too tight for us to be this bloody neglectful. Stellar to Ferguson, Cucurella, up to Bruno, back. Oh my God. I wouldn't even give them the satisfaction for free. Really? But you're not really a horror fan anyway, are you, Duck? Surprised nobody has made an FM aimbot. There probably is, to be honest. I just wish I knew how, because it's been a problem for years in FM for me. I just wish I knew how to do training. Edison, for fuck's sake, man. Oscar fucking Bob. They've had 2 shots. They've had 2 shots. Ah, I'm getting FM'd up to, and 9 fucking corners too, because of course. Okay, I genuinely, the only reason I kept this save up was because I wanted Evan Ferguson to do good. I think he's done. I think he's done. What a joke. Ole, 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 ole. Oscar Bob, 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 ole. Don't abuse it. But I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to abuse it once. Anyway, I suppose it ain't over till the fat lady sings. We'll just have to get in a goal back there. An absolute horse crap goal, but a goal is a goal is a goal. Horrible furry bimbappy bap brain slug. You're not bloody wrong on that goddamn URL. That's a fascinating URL. Come on, guys. Oh, no, we're fucked. Absolutely fucked. Yeah, we're screwed. Absolutely screwed. I think this literally could be the match that lost us the league. That's insane. 15 shots, 3 on target. To be fair, there's 10 games left, but like it's been so tight all season that I don't know. And of course, Bar 2 is having a worldie on top of everything else. Four changes at halftime. And Jimenez having a bad game as well. Like, what do you do when that's happening? Look, there's nothing wrong with Jim Carrey. It's literally a bad case of Botox. Like, I understand why people are making a big deal about it, because it's quite a surprising thing to see someone's face look like that. He blatantly obviously had Botox injections ended up putting in there, and he had a bad reaction to the Botox. Either it didn't go in properly or just has inflated up the wrong way, and the Botox just hasn't been working the way that it's meant to. It's just an unfortunate situation of a bad reaction to Botox. You know? It is funny the amount of people that are turning around saying that he's a sign that there's fucking hell this game. That he's a sign that there's lizard people out there, and that he looks a hell of a lot more like Walter Goggins than that he looks a lot more like Walter Goggins than he does Jim Carrey. But like that literally is all that it is. It's literally just a bad Botox situation, you know? Still 21 fucking shots and 4 on target. Like, what the fuck do you do with that? They only had 6 shots on target and scored 4 of them. That's atrocious. Oh, that's disgusting. That's genuinely disgusting. And yeah, Spurs or City take the lead. Oh, fuck off. That's so annoying. That's actually so annoying. City are taking the lead there. Spurs haven't played yet. I know City have a game in hand and we have a better goal difference, but like still that's so annoying. You should only get plastic surgery if you get like acid burns or some on face, in my opinion. Or at the very least shouldn't cover it for personal reasons. Look, at the end of the day, Hollywood is quite a superficial organization. You have to continue to look young, otherwise you don't get the roles that are in there. Now, at the same point in time, Jim Carrey genuinely doesn't give a shit, but Jim Carrey's always been a person that's been a bit off the roof of his pants and done whatever he said. It's an entirely different kettle of fish up for women. And I actually don't know about Natalya, whether or not Natalya has actually had much plastic surgery done. If you wanted to use a WWE wrestler as a reference, you'd use Charlotte. Not that that's fair either. Like, Natalya's big thing is she's only had the boobs done 3 times. But to be fair, one of them was because Nia Jax erupted her fucking chest. But, you know... In fact, I don't think it's actually possible to be a woman. I don't actually think it's possible to be a woman in wrestling and not end up getting a boob job done. I actually don't know of a single woman in wrestling that hasn't gotten a boob job done. I can't think of any. Because, to my knowledge, Tiffany Stratton has. Actually, Nia Jax might be the only one. Now that I think about that, it might actually be Nia Jax. Not that it fucking matters. They each their own. Like, whatever makes you happy at the end of the day, I couldn't care. You know? Want to hear a conundrum of life conundrums? Go on, my friend. I'm willing to do it. Maybe. I couldn't comment on that one up. I don't know if EO is the face either. I'd still say it's Rhea Ripley. Although I will say that's a showcase of how fucking fickle people are as well. Because Dommy Mommy isn't as much of a Dommy as she used to be. She's shrunk down a good bit from how big she was in the height of her prime. But like at the end of the day, like Rhea Ripley still looks like a fucking boss. So like it's annoying that people are still at her. How could someone motorboat a three-breasted woman and appreciate each one equally? By giving them each individual time from which you go down. So you go 5 minutes to the left and right, 5 minutes to the middle and right, and 5 minutes to the left and middle. You know, give them equal opportunity. Like, that's like turning around saying, how do you make sure everyone is equally satisfied in a threesome? Not that I would ever know, but you just make sure that everyone has equal amount of fun. It's kind of like me with ye. I'm an equal opportunity asshole. I treat all of you equally, shite. Wonder when Rhea gets her Hollywood deal. Whenever she wants it. It's as simple as that, whenever she wants it. Like, Rhea already has Hollywood agents coming out to her and the whole lot. She just doesn't want to do it yet. Like, keep in mind, she's only 29. Like, she can do it whenever she wants to, and she genuinely likes wrestling. You see, that's the thing when it comes down to it as well. Whether or not she's actually any good at acting, none of us will end up knowing, and an awful lot of people won't be able to comment on how acting ends up coming across or anything like that. But at the same point in time, there's something about sports that the adrenaline you get for going out there is unbelievable. And keep in mind too that the WWE might be going down on a slow whim at the moment, but like you're still there to 10,000 people going large, going proud, going strong. Like that's still an unbelievable experience to have. Hold the phone too, Doc. You're not getting away with asking such a metaphysical question as that wonderful question you ended up asking and not giving an answer. So what's your answer to the question, Senior Doc? How do you do it? Okay, so we'll go with our you doing the showcase or career mode on stream? Probably. Like when the game comes out, I'm going to be playing the game when it comes out, and I'll be doing all of the other crap as well. Because whether it's true or not, we'll find out on the day. But Paul Heyman ended up putting out that quote stating that you need to unlock all the championships and all that crap. So maybe the escalator pass doesn't give it to you straight away. So we'll see what ends up happening. But more than likely, yes, I'll be doing all of that on the first stream. Well, the first couple of streams. I won't get it done in one stream. Okay, so Bandito off. Let's look for... Who do we put there? Oh, Jin! Yes, actually, even though he's slightly tired. Could go Festus. Salutations, Katie, my friend. What's a crack-a-lackin'? The other has arrived. The second lead moderator is here for us. What's a crack-a-lackin', my friend? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? I hope it is. Danhausen versus Iguana at 43. You know, you joke about that, but that might actually be what's going on. Besides, there's the genuine chance we don't see Danhausen again. Like, he's only hired because he's one of, if not actually, CM Punk's best friends, you know? I mean, that's where he'd work. He'd work brilliant in AAA. But, like, it's fascinating watching AAA as well, because with El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser Grande Americano being so over in comparison to Chad Gable El Grande, and the opposite being the true with the other one, it's fascinating to watch. And Duck has just fallen asleep for the third time tonight. Okay, this might be too weak, but we're going to go with this anyway. So, avoiding answering. Oh, that sounds slightly concerning. Oh, you're waiting for Duck to say something, are you? Fair enough. But I hope all is fine, Katie. Because, you know, we have to go, oh my God, it's Katie. Now, what else do we want to do? Chris Gibson, is he tired? Koulibaly for Dogu. Wewell, Ahmad Bruno, Tuarde, Hoyland's injured. Chris has been playing. Fair enough. His question had you answer. You asked him to answer. Oh, that. Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Whenever when I was young, designed a character for WWE games and stuff like that, I always, because you were never able to put my actual name into the game, I always took a name with it, and my IRL name begins with a T. You're not, well, if you've been on the stream, some people call me by it anyway, but I go by Craic. But my IRL name isn't in the game, so I've always gone with Lord Thunder. And my viewpoint was to do the stereotypical English Lord gimmick as an Irishman, so that you're able, basically Stephen Regal's Lord Stephen Regal gimmick, but as an Irishman, so that you're adding the twist of being incredibly offensive to both the English, the Irish, the Americans, and very easily able to be a heel. And as you've seen from me being on the stream, I can natter off a load of horseshit and be as pompous as grand, you know, Hunter Hearst Hemsley level pompous. So that was my gimmick there. But I could also go for something like Craic, you know. But yeah, no, that used to be it back in the day, Lord Thunder. What about yourself? What would yours be? And yes, of course, I was named after Tim Howard. I was named after Tony Atlas. I was named after Doubting Thomas, and I was named after Timmy Turner. All of those names are indeed correct. I am Tim Tony Thomas Timmy Attack. That's my actual IRL name. I'm shocked you were able to figure it out. AKA quadruple T. Or double T. My character would be someone who can't wrestle, but Jey Uso already has that, so I don't know. I mean, Jey Uso can wrestle. He's just lacking. Pleasure to have you, my friend. I don't know how to pronounce peace be upon you. Fair enough. How do you pronounce it? Salim alaikum. Same to yourself, my friend. What's crack-a-lackin'? Yeah, because I end up doing it here as well with Schlong, Gafol, and Pog Mahone. Anyway, can we get in and do well versus Barnet here at Barnet? Galatasaray are a good team. It's nice to see that Galatasaray ended up making it through. I like Galatasaray. It's astonishing the amount of money that they have. We'll see what ends up happening with them. I don't know how far I see Galatasaray going, although I will say, what gods did Arsenal play to for that lineup in the Champions League? Genuinely, what gods did they pray to? It's not to be mean to the likes of Bordeaux Glimt and Galatasaray and all that, but like, out of the two sides, like, to have Real Madrid and Man City on the complete other side, to have Barcelona on the complete other side, to have Spurs on their side, like, holy crap. Like Arsenal, if Arsenal are ever going to do like anything proper, now is the time they need to do it. Genuinely, with that draw, if they win the Carabao Cup final, I can see them getting the quadruple. Genuinely, with that draw. That draw is divine intervention. That draw is wanting the Arsenal fans to have something to gloat about. I'm back from checking up on my gran and answer your question. Chicken breasts, only breasts I'm into. I mean, I like Galatasaray. I don't mind them. I don't have much feelings towards the Turkish league. It's not a league I've ever watched in the whole lot of, but like, I don't have a problem with Galatasaray. Ned and the cat scoring a goal. Nice to end up seeing it. Well, it's nice to end up coming back with a nice, with working well after the shambolic performance of the last game. Give us a second now. Okay, anyway. Not all of them, but most of the football ones. Yeah, no, I understand that too. Do you see what Fenerbahce did at Forest? No. What ended up happening there? I just know that Forest haven't been performing good at all in the last wee while. I think the bigger shock is what happened to Aston Villa this weekend. Like, genuinely, what happened to Aston Villa this weekend? How did they get turned over by Wolves? I know they're getting relegated with him, but is Rob Edwards actually turning a bit of a wheel at Wolves? Like, they're guaranteed. There's no almost. They are guaranteed to get relegated. But like, is he actually turning a bit of a wheel on Wolves? Like, even if Wolves won all of the last 11 games, I don't think that can succeed them. I don't think that'll save them. Well, maybe actually would. But I don't think that's not going to happen anyway. Smashed up the away end. Interesting. Like, I maybe this is too mean. Genuinely, maybe this is too mean. But this season, even with them being fourth, has me questioning Unai Emery a bit on how, if we legitimately went in for him, how he'd do at United. Because I know an awful lot of people love Unai Emery and would love for him to be the United manager. And I know we'd probably be able to go in and take him if we wanted to. But that's what I'm worried, Benny. And I don't think it's because he's a bad manager or anything like that. I'd just be afraid that the pressure would be too much of a cookpot. I think he'd have the Thomas Frank problem. Yeah, I think he'd have the Thomas Frank problem of that he's not assertive enough. Now, obviously, we don't know him in the back, but he's not assertive enough to keep everyone happy. I think you almost need a bloody ghost whisperer at United. I want Julian Nagelsmann, because Julian Nagelsmann is a dictator. Julian Nagelsmann, you must listen to him or he throws you out. And if the board signed Julian Nagelsmann, they'd have to know that. But Julian Nagelsmann also managed to piss off Noir. And the fact that you managed to piss off Manuel Neuer, the most calm person in the entirety of fucking football, showcase maybe you have a man management issue. And unfortunately with United, you need to be a man manager. Like, that's what we're seeing with Craic. The reason Craic is doing well is because he's not caring about football. He's not caring about quality. He's not caring about tactics. He's literally just making the players as happy as possible and trying to get them to play. Now, that doesn't win you leagues, but that gets you the Champions League when you fucking need it. So for Craic, that's working grand. We need someone that'll come in and kick them into shape. If the board will follow him. That's why I actually didn't want to see Amarin getting sacked, because I genuinely think this good run of form, maybe not near as good as what we're having now, admittedly, but I think this good run of form would have come for us, because we were performing good. See, Spurs lost every game but one of their games last season of their remaining fixtures this season. Like, it's genuinely a very big chance Spurs get relegated up. And here's the worst thing. They haven't won a game since December. He can handle the pressure, but no manager can handle too many hands in the pot. Look at pre-Klopp, Liverpool. They had a transfer board approving and declining all of the managers' transfer requests to buy players. Klopp, absolutely not. If you want to manage, I have control of transfers. To give it, and what happened? They won the Premier League and the Champions League. Let's be fair. I both agree with that viewpoint of Klopp and disagree with that viewpoint of Klopp. And I think what Klopp did, more so than getting him control of the transfers, is what Klopp did was he took control of the youth. So Klopp went down into the academy and built in... No, I know that. I know your point. I'm just saying that it's fascinating to mention that, because the structural work that Klopp did started from the bottom, not the top. And it doesn't always work that way, because the first thing Klopp did was infiltrate the structure throughout the entirety of the youth development, so that if anyone came up, they knew the levels that you needed to be at. I'm not saying that United's youth were in a bad position, but you've seen it with the likes of the people that came up. Tried the best that they could in Scott McTominay, but oftentimes would fall asleep. You've seen it in Garnacho. Came in and felt privileged. Felt like they owed more than what they needed to do. With United, I honestly think we've fixed our transfer situation quite well, because, like, other than Emmanuel Ugarte and Adrian Onana, I don't think we've had any bad signings in the past 3 years. Now, I know those are two massive caveats, but, like, to have almost an 80% success rate on transfers isn't bad, you know? We still have a lot more to do and a lot more work to go down, but I think we're starting to get there. Obviously, the like of Diego Dalot and Luke Shaw shouldn't be there. When you have two players that Jose Mourinho actively said he wanted to get rid of, so when you have two players that have survived 6 managers, that's a problem as well. But I think the fact that United are now listening to their coaches instead of just going for the high profile, because, like, they turned around to the goalkeeping coach that they signed in. And they spent a lot of money on that goalkeeping coach. And that goalkeeping coach advised them to go for Seny Lamans over Martinez. It's not like Martinez wouldn't have done a good job for us. Fantastic goalkeeper, and Villa probably needed the money, so they would have taken it. But that goalkeeping coach seen a scouting, and it worked well. Chris Favell, it turned out that it needed time to end up knocking down, but the Benjamin Sesko signing looks like it's a genuinely good signing now that he's actually starting to fire up a bit. So we'll see what ends up happening. As I've been saying since the start of this year, and again, I understand I'm a United fan. I have blinkers on. So I'll openly admit this could be the blinkers on my eyes. I genuinely think we're in a significantly better position than the results and the table had been showcasing. We're third now, so I think we're hitting the point of where I think the team actually is. I think we're third to sixth, if I'm honest. I think that's the level the team is at the moment. That's not good enough for the amount of money we spent, but I genuinely think that's the level that we're at. Now, with that being said, funnily enough, I also think that's the level of Spurs. So, you know, also, for fuck's sake, guys, it's Barnett. How are we letting them score their first shot on target? Oh my God, we're literally just whacking the ball at them. This is insane. We're literally just whacking the ball at them. Oh, Solomon, almost. Clubs that have boards decide transfer purchases struggle. Man U, West Ham, Spurs. Do you think it's the transfers that was the problem for West Ham, though, Benny? Because I think in West Ham's case, it was literally just that you didn't fill in the roles that you got heaps of money for. Like, who genuinely, like, maybe it's Matthias Fernandes, but who's your Declan Rice replacement? I know he's 21, and you don't want to put it on the poor kid, but genuinely, who's your Declan Rice replacement? You know? But that's kind of my point when it comes down to Yee. For Yee, maybe you can blame it on the transfers. It's more of the fact that your board just don't spend money. Which is a problem in of itself. You're just a ridiculously tight-ass board. Good, worth the score. But generally, who do you think said no to the players Potter and all them wanted? But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're a different kettle of fish to the likes of United and Spurs, because in general for United, it's one of those situations of you give United a list of 5 players and they'll get you maybe the 3rd or the 4th player on that list. Very rarely do United get the manager the first player on the list of who they want to get. But at the same point in time, oftentimes there's managers there asking for shite that's unrealistic. Like, keep in mind, David Moyes came out and said during the 8 months that he had when he replaced Sir Alex Ferguson, and legitimately this is probably where we had our most pulling power, he turned around and he said, I asked United to get me Cesc Fabregas and Gareth Bale. Like, I mean, fair play to you, but like, man, be realistic. Like, yeah, we probably had the pulling power to get either or both of them. And yes, Gareth Bale was willing to join us for 300,000 quid, Well, Bale was willing to do it, but we were going to be spending 300,000 quid. We were going to be giving him Alexis Sanchez money, you know? Like, for that period of time, at that point in time, that was a lot of money. Far more money than you'd expect to see spent on a player, you know? Not genuinely a problem, and Bale probably would have been worth it, but you would have been given your rivals in Spurs, well, technically, you know, rivals in Spurs, north of 100 million quid, and then giving them fucking 300,000 quid a year, you know? So, like, in United's case, I understand it, but the managers are oftentimes a bit unrealistic. Now, with that being said, then we go and we get some of the players that people want. We brought back Paul Pogba, you know? It's not our fault that Paul Pogba, like, was useless. I now load Man U with a fiery passion. So Man U's board is the reason we didn't win the 2022 MLS Cup. You didn't win the Miles Lewis-Skelly Cup in 2022 and it was because of us? Why? Surely it was Arsenal not allowing Miles Lewis-Skelly to spread his wings. Okay, go on. I'm letting you be angry at me for that joke. Why did United end up causing issues with Yi for not winning that? Because I don't know the story behind this one, Senior Benny. It's over your head. I loathe Man U with a fiery passion. So Man U's board is the reason we didn't win the 2012 Emma. You're right. You're right. It's completely over my board. I don't get that. Like, is it because I don't follow the MLS enough not to know that reference? It's fine that I don't get it. Okay, fair enough. Well, you know, Benny, if my stream bot was working at the moment, you'd be getting an opposite direction, but I'm too lazy to bother to find it. So, like, I say that and then I find it.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
It's weird with me how my laziness will sometimes end up beating over itself. Also, Spurs won their goddamn game. Shit. So that Spurs game is the most important game in the league. We have to win that game. Shit. That's concerning. That's genuinely concerning. Crap. After being first for so long to being third. Also, what's worse is going into this game, we don't have Edison back.
My disappointment and my day is
Southampton got Miles Lewis-Skelly for 41 million. That's insane. That's genuinely insane. I have no idea what he's worth in this save, by the way. I don't really care either. I'm not going to be buying him, so. Oh my God, Real Madrid just lost to Getafe. God, those stats. Oh, I'd be pissed if I'm Real Madrid. Oh yeah, I'd be pissed if I'm Madrid. They based on those stats, they destroyed them. That's insane. Coaching team vacancies, huh? Do we need a fitness coach? I'll worry about that later on. I'm not worried about Arsenal. I'm more worried about Spurs. Nah, this is more believable. West Ham. Who did they end up getting, Senior Benny? So, like, not Benny, Duck. Who they end up getting, Senior Duck? Discussing football aesthetics. What? What do you mean he's discussing football aesthetics? Ciao, Cancelo. Spending money. They spent 60 million quid. Ooh. There's some of them are nice pokes too. Some of them are some nice pokes. Oh, wow. 60 million quid on a player from Bayern Leverkusen. Genuinely, nice pokes. Yeah, but like the AI is always a bit different when it ends up coming down to this type of stuff. Like I'd say if I check them here. The West Ham are in the Premier League here. Can I see their transfer history? Yeah, so they've spent 214 million here. Ryan Flamingo, 73 million quid. Also, what a horrible return in your investment. Oh my God. Tony Castellios, my God, man, calm your tits a bit. Huh. And then they spent a ton of money on top of him too, never to use him. Well, Tom Bischoff. Huh. I think he was a former City player, wasn't he? No? Interesting. Interesting. Bischoff is an interesting one because I think he has a really high potential. In your save, is it? Or did you notice something in mine that ended up getting them that? Oh, not too bad. Ooh, Villa Bet City. Interesting. That puts a cat a bit amongst the pigeons. And Spurs won their next game too. Shit. Yeah, Spurs are going to make this tough. Damn, that's concerning. Okay. I mean, it's good that we're doing well on the under 18s. I do wish it was easier just to see the goddamn table, but never mind that. Thanks, game. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, we're first in the under 21s, and we're in the Youth Cup. We're still in the Youth Cup, so that's not too bad. Okay, so now we're into a game versus Bournemouth. You're not playing this game, Edison. I'm not taking that risk. However, Hardy will end up starting, not you, Quinton. Quinton played okay in the last game, but he did leave a couple of elements of desire that we don't want. So we're going to go with Hardy and hope that we're defensively strong enough for her to do it. So we're going with our strongest defensive team. Alex Jimenez, Lenny Yoro, Ilya Zambroni. I suppose we'll give it to Mark Cucurella and let Saba. No, we'll go with Patrick Dogu. God, Mark Cucurella's better than Patrick Dogu. Fine, never mind. Mark Cucurella. Stellar, Bruno, Nico, Ahmad, Rashford, and Sesko. I think we're going to give Evan Ferguson one more go. If Ferguson fails again, I won't have a choice. I genuinely won't have a choice. We're going to have to sell him if we stay on. So I really want him to do well. Okay. It is monstrously important we win this game. The Spurs are on generational form at the moment. They are now with the game in hand on us. Oh no, not a game in hand. They are with us being on equal points, 3 points ahead of us. We cannot let ourselves fall down. We have to end up winning this. Bournemouth are lower down the table, so we should be fine in theory. But we need greatness out of this now. So wish us a bit of luck now as we go into this and see how things end up going in. We're going stronger than we probably should against Bournemouth, with having big games coming up. But we need to get the win. They have Kaivert's already injured. Well, they have Petrovic still there too. So your tier 7 save too, Duck. In terms of the women that you're playing with, nice Ferguson, beautiful. Have you got any players that are well above the tier that they're in? It's like I know you can end up having one or two players that are like a couple of tiers higher than where they should be, and it makes things interesting when that ends up happening. That's interesting. And being on the 7th tier, do you actually have anyone on a professional contract, or are they all amateurs? Well, we're dominating this game so far, so that's good. 7 shots, 6 on target. Oh, we have the set piece coach doing the goddamn set pieces. He's one of the best set piece coaches that we can get. Why are we not getting any highlights on corners? Genuinely, why? Brian Mbeumo, nice, gets it down there, and Evan Ferguson getting the goal. Considering Ferguson's been performing shite the last wee while. God damn it, what a deflection. What a deflection. I know that's an I know Evan Ferguson is shot is on target. Hold the phone, actually. I know Evan Ferguson's shot is on target here, okay? So I'm going to lower this down to 1.25 for a second. So, Evan Ferguson's target or shot is definitely on target, but that extreme of a deflection here. So down we go, Mbeumo to here, and then I'm going to lower it down even more. That extreme of a deflection. Surely that extreme of a deflection should count as an own goal. I mean, I don't want to be mean to Evan Ferguson who gets his goal, but genuinely that has to be an own goal, right? Or am I just misunderstanding how own goals work? I know Evan Ferguson was on target and probably might have scored himself, but surely that has to be an own goal. Am I smoking the copium there, or do I misunderstand the rules, or what's the deal there? Corner highlight! And it's... I don't know. I don't know because Ahmad's shot was also on target. Bruno there to Ahmad. Ahmad whacks the ball. No, to Bruno. Bruno back to Ahmad. Ahmad whacks the ball. That was on target, and then Semenya ends up knocking it in. Now that's far, far more of an own goal, admittedly, because maybe it would have missed with Ahmad, but like at the same point in time, I think that's 2 own goals. Am I wrong? Also, by the way, the happy Sam Allardyce, the fucking laughing Sam Allardyce, a phenomenal emote. Phenomenal emote. The boy should be happy that he ended up getting that there. Are you about to say if I speak? You know what? I'm just going to continue to ramble off nonsense. Okay, there's absolutely no point taking the risk. I know he's performing good. I'm not taking the risk that Ahmad's actually going to get injured, so we're immediately going to swap Ahmad off for Victor Rushk. It's not worth the risk of him getting injured. He's a very, very good player. We want to make sure that he's fine. Although 17 shots, 10 on target, we're dominating this game. It's a shame that that loss means that Spurs are still top. Who are Spurs' manager, actually? It's still Thomas Frank, fine. Okay, anyway. I think we do make more changes as time goes on, too, so that people are fit for the next game. Nico Paz is not performing good today, so we can take him off at some point. We'll take him off at 60 minutes. We'll take Yoro off at 60 minutes. Well, actually, no, we'll take Ilya off. Ilya's performing better. I would laugh if we got the entirety of this game with them having no shots. I say that and I'm probably after jinxing it now. Goal. It's worse, they're going to get a goal, never mind the shot. Oh no! Stellar doing well for himself. Mbuemu. Nico. Bruno. Evan. Alex Jimenez. Victor Rushk. Rushk. Paz. Oh. Everson. Semenya. To Jimenez. Jimenez to Paz. This is literally just fucking tennis football right now. What was that, Paz? Aaron now, Paz. The stuff I could say to you for that pass. I would if I was the manager now and had access to a graphics department, I would have that pass clipped up, ready. For the end of the game, so that he never forgot that pass was done, because not only was that a horrific pass, it led to this goal. Although that's defensive malfeasance. That's defensive malfeasance by these tits. And again, the first goddamn shot leads to a goal. It happens so often to us. We might genuinely have to get more defensive coaches or something, because defensively we're just inept. Like, maybe this is just a wee bit too offensive of a goddamn formation, because like that happens so often that their first shot is just a goal. Like, we're stopping them from getting shots, but if they get shots, to score them. Oh, I don't want to be too hard on Hardley. Hardley is like 18 and not ready either, you know? Let's go. Delict. Cucurella. Cucurella to Victor. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, I'm surprised we're actually able to see their passing map. I mean, it makes sense that their passing map is basically in their half. Why would we focus down the right? Although we did give them a load of shots towards the end of the game, so that's somewhat annoying. Delict to Yoro. Yoro to Jimenez. Jimenez. Jimenez to Victor. Victor to Evan. Evan Ferguson got his hat trick. Oh, did he get it? Yes. Considering Evan has been performing crap, getting a hat trick is beautiful for him. What did you predict, Senior Duck? Let me know. Early goal, yes. Yes, yes. Although I hope Spurs lose a game before us, because I want us to take the lead of the league again if we face them. Heard some yelp in background of stream I said was a big spider sighted. Oh, so you basically told someone that you spotted a spider and then they ended up looking and screaming. It's a bit of an asshole move by you to let them know to scare them while they're streaming. But hey, at least it worked. With Christian, consider selling. Not a chance. Not a chance would I sell one of our potential goalkeepers in the future. I know we have two of them, but not a chance. Not yet, anyway. And, well. Their partner yelped, and he disappeared to see what happened. Oh, so you just predicted that it was a spider. Fair enough. Well, nice to see the forums working. Oh, we got 4.4 million quid from the Shaw deal. That's nice to see. I mean, it still doesn't matter. Like, the fact that we're still 200 million in debt is a concern. Liverpool lost to Chelsea. Jordan, how are you doing, Janu? Janu. Okay, not great. Okay. Oh, shite. I'm getting old. Noonan? Oh. Interesting. I think he had the potential to be good, didn't he? Apparently not. Rather that 2 FM and 2 streamers, just you and 26 it is. So are you listening to another streamer as well as me at this time, Duck, or is it just that you're playing 2 FMs at the one time because you have an addiction and need to get it checked? Was both. Fair enough. Nottingham Forest next. So we've Sean Dyche next. Hopefully we can give a good performance versus them as well before we head off to Spurs and our most important game of the goddamn season. But winding down for bed, so just one now. Not too bad. Have you been getting good sleeps out of the way, Doc? Because I know you were dealing with a bit of problem getting your proper sleeping in. I hope it has been better. I hope that you have been getting nice, more sleeps in, better feeling, and just in general that everything is going grand. I mean, after getting a hat-trick in the last game, you can't not play Evan Ferguson. You can't really not play Mbeumo. Paz didn't have a great game, so we might actually swap Paz for Bruno, then put Decat and Craic on. Mbeumo performed great, so we'll give him more time. Ahmad, we're not going to take the risk with, and we're going to go with Victor Rushk instead. We'll swap Ahmad with Simons. Oh, Jaden is ready. Oh, do we give Jaden the go? 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 Where are Forest? 16th. Oh, crack, you might regret this. Delict, Willie Kwambwala, and Jaden. You might regret this. I hope I don't regret this. Please don't regret this. Please don't regret this, crack. And is Edison back? Edison is back. Do we give Edison the game? Fuck it, we give Edison the game. We need him fit for the game. So we're going to go Edison, Willie Kwambwala, Jaden, Delict, Saba, Kishlak, Delict, or Decat, Victor Rushk, Bruno, Mbeumo, and Evan Ferguson. And let's hope that this goes well. We need a win out of this. This can go bad, but we need to hope that this goes well. How are you finding season 2 of Mashal? Were you saying before that you finished that? I do actually need to go back and watch season 2 of Mashal myself at some point as well. So that's something I need to do in the future as well. Because I really liked that show. I've also been watching Matlock, which is just a regular TV show, and I watched the first 2 episodes of Scrubs. I've also been watching the return series of Mock the Week, and I don't know how to feel about it. It has a different feel to the original Mock the Week. Like, it's still good, but it just feels Oh, Astoria Wand and Sword is unbelievable. I hope they're able to keep that level of animation as well, because that is a gorgeous anime. Gorgeous. And I hope they're able to keep all the levels in the same, because it deserves it. Again, another Harry Potter show where the person isn't actually, like, isn't chosen, but is actually chosen is, But, at the same point in time, I don't really care. So long as it works, who cares? Evan. Oh, I've been denied by the woodwork. Oh, you have to be scoring those type of goals, Evan. I think Windbreaker 2 is getting a new season soon enough. And although I haven't watched it, I know there's a new season of Baki. Saba! 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 Oh, I know there's a new season of Baki out as well. But I don't know what to think about Baki, because the latest Bakis, there hasn't been much buzz about the latest Bakis. Also, what a goal by Bruno. What a goal by Bruno. John Victor just a little too late and a beautiful goal for us. Is it? Well, I love Is It Hard to Pick Up Women in a Dungeon? I love that show. I genuinely think that is a phenomenally well written show. Dan Mucci is something everyone should end up watching. Yes, it's very much hampered by its name, because it gives you a different feeling of what it's actually going to be like. But it is such a good show. It's such a good show. Like Bel Crenel, honestly, is probably one of the best written anime characters. He's so good. Oh man, like it's unbelievable, and season 4 turns the head of the entire show as well. It is chef's kiss. And like I love the way they implement the gods into that. Like the way the gods are implemented into that show is unbelievable. Like Freya is so interesting, especially when you figure out that she's like, spoilers to anyone that hasn't watched the first season of Dan Machi, especially when you find out that she's the fucking receptionist. When you find out she's the receptionist, unbelievable. I love Freya. Like, she's a sadistic bitch, but I love Freya. I love the way they do her. I love the way that all of them are written up and the whole lot. Yeah. That's Freya. That's like the quote unquote strongest god in the show. Oh my god. That's your second time being 1-on-1, lad. No wonder you're in a 5.9. That's your second time being 1-on-1 and bloody screwing up. If they had a competent striker, we'd be screwed. Okay, so we're not taking the risk with this. So we're taking you off for Stellar and moving you over there. We're going to take Mbwemu off for Salmons so that Mbwemu is fit for the next game. Willie is performing good. Saba's performing good. Evan Ferguson will keep there for a bit. Is it green? Sorry, it's been a bit since I've ended up going in there. But yeah, no. But genuinely unbelievable show. I love that show so much. Again, it's just unfortunate that its name is so screwed. It's kind of like the romantic anime of oh god, I can't remember its full name, but the one about eating pancreases. That's literally the title. What's it called? Pancreas. Anime pancreas. Yeah, I want to eat your pancreas. Like, it's such an atrocious name for an anime, but it's actually a good anime, you know? Like, a name is worth 1,000 cuts, and that's a horrific name for an anime. But it's actually not that bad. It's actually a fairly good anime, you know? You've hardly went out of your way and purchased Resident Evil Requiem, have you, Duck? Or would that have any interest on your bloody equator at all? Oh, Brighton are beating Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool's capitulation has to be studied. Diabetic Beware would be a better title. Kinda, yeah. Or just turn around and be honest about it. I desire insulin as much as I desire you. Which, to be honest, depending on who you talk to, that might be one of the best pickup lines you could ever do. We've been performing good since the loss versus Brighton, but Brighton have been on fire ever since then. So, you know, that's less annoying. Why is that an own goal? No, I need to watch this one back because Milas deserves that goal. Saba, Salmons, puts it back. Oh, no. That one definitely is an own goal. Never mind. The Craic is an idiot. We do actually need to make another change. Saba off for Cucurella. And Bruno off for Paz. I see the government are banning incestuous material on fictional characters. Yeah, you can marry your cousin. I honestly don't have an opinion on it. I don't care. Like, I understand that some people care about the animes and the whole lot that end up depicting it a bit. Like, the English government, like, this is the English government. The Irish government aren't doing this, so, yet. But, like, it's just fascinating that they're even considering it, especially considering, like, the Pakistanis. Again, without trying to go into racism terms or talking about a culture I know nothing about. Are you going to miss again? Fucking hell, man. That's your fourth time one-on-one with the keeper. But, like, I think the thing that's most interesting about that is that there's already an injunction done by the Pakistanis to have an exception done for their communities so that they can continue to do it, you know? At the end of the day, I don't care. It's not for me to fucking judge. Whatever you're into, you're into. I wouldn't do it myself, but you know? Yeah, but a regular Biomagic High School is fucking weird anyway. Like, honestly, I don't care about that show. Like, it's a good show. My biggest problem isn't the fact that he's in love with his goddamn sister, or that he's basically a goddamn machine, like just blinkered, like has no real personality until he does, type situation. My biggest problem is that fucking character has no character. Like, I don't care about that sister, but make her fucking interesting, because she's a bloody wet piece of cardboard. Also, Spurs won their goddamn game versus Palace. Like, the anime for a regular Magic at a high school is like good. Thankfully a lot because of its animation more than the actual story itself. Well, they tax more if you're not Muslim in said countries, so that doesn't surprise me. Hey, look, there's bloody riots and the whole lot in England when it comes down to that. And again, not my place to judge. I don't care about people being Muslim. I don't care about it at all. Let you do all your stuff. But, like, you're in an English country, turning around saying this is a Muslim zone, and they're preaching. You have a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses going around there preaching shit that get their ass kicked out of them because they went into a Muslim section. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you do the same thing as them, and become like witnesses for whatever the hell the Muslim faith is about. But, like, you have to adopt to the cultures of the people that you're going to and not implement in your culture. Like, make sections for your culture, but don't make zones for it. At the end of the day, I don't care. So long as you're not hurting other people and not trying to overpower shit. Like, a fascinating situation is happening in America at the moment, where in New York, in a bunch of black constituencies, the school boards have been infested. And this is not to be in any way racist, because I'm not anti-Semitic at all. I genuinely don't give a shit. The only thing I know about the Jewish faith is Mortimer and fucking Family Guy. You know, the jokes about money. I genuinely don't care. But like, there's a bunch of Jewish people infiltrating the black schools in America at the moment. They've infiltrated it out there, are closing the public schools, literally so that they can fucking sell them off to the Jews, so that the Jewish can end up sending up private schools with the money that's being done from the public black sectors. So it's screwing the black communities there. That type of shit shouldn't be allowed to happen. And the same should happen all over the world. There should be protections in place for the local communities of what are there. But like, culture has to migrate with the people as well. So like, it's a delicate balance. It's like, the whole thing is, it's just a delicate balance. At the end of the day, I don't care about it. If it doesn't impact me inherently straight away, I genuinely don't care. It's the same thing as like with what's happening in Iran at the moment. I have no idea why the United States ended up sending off those fucking bullets, and I'm not going to Iran anytime soon, so I don't care why the United States ended up sending off that fucking strike. I have no idea why they targeted and killed the supreme leader of Iran. Like, I assume it's for oil. But I don't care. So, you know, is that wrong of me? Probably. But hey, that's just the way I look at it at the moment. Okay, we need our strongest team for this, because this is our most important game of the season. It is of the most importance that we win this game. If we lose this game, this is effectively handing Spurs the title. With that being said, Edison in goal, Alex Jimenez with Lenny Yoro, Ilya Zambrani and Saba Karababashi, Angelo Steller, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, Nico Paz, who hasn't been performing great the last wee while, but the stats speak for themselves, Brian Mbeumo, who's been playing fantastic the last wee while, and Benjamin Šeško up front. It is of the utmost importance we win this game. Of the utmost importance. Brendan Johnson's being targeted. Xavi Simons is being targeted. What formation are they playing? How do I see their formation? Opponent's instructions, projected lineup. Yeah, why are we targeting Xavi Simons and not Kulusevski? No. Because that should be Kulusevski, not Xavi Simons. Okay. Maybe that's what's been causing the issue with the defensive problems. Like, the biggest mosque group in Europe based in London had a charity run the other day and wouldn't let ladies and girls not participate. They obviously aren't that desperate for charity donations. I mean, yeah. And that's the worry about the fucking Eastern cultures, is that, like, there's this lie people turn around and say to themselves that all cultures are equal. They're not. Our culture isn't deemed correct over there. Our culture isn't deemed superior over where they are. Their culture isn't deemed superior over where we are. Both are right and both are wrong in different ways. You know, so you deal with them as they come up. I did something dead fulfilling today. Banned a persistent tool everywhere before. What, on all of the streams that you're on that you're a mod, is it? Or is it something like that, Duck, that you're on about? Anyway. Wish us luck. We cannot lose this game. This game decides the league. Potentially. I mean, they could go down in capitulation beyond belief, but this game matters more than any other. We have to win this game. We simply have to win this game. But did the stream that he was in actually have FM codes? Because who knows, maybe in the future at some point I might do, but I don't see that happening at any point. I don't get big enough for it. Okay, start things off. Lenny Oro and Gallo Stellar. Lewis Hall scores for Liverpool. Liverpool are on a generational run of badness. Okay, Xavi Simmons, Jed Spence. Down he goes. Amad Diallo loses it to Bergville. Amad gets it back. Lenny Oro to Saba. Saba to Mbeumo. Or not, yeah, Mbeumo. Mbeumo to Saba. Nico Paz to Mbeumo. What work together? Corner. Amad. In we go. Oh. Saba. Can we get the first goal? Bruno. Stellar. Amad. Alex Jimenez. Amad. Angelo Stellar. Oh, I would have accepted beyond belief a deflection goal, another own goal. I would have taken it with bloody open hands. Yeah, there's nothing worse than bursting your tea bag because it sticks into the cup in the hole and you need to freshly clean the cup or go and get a new cup. It's the worst thing in the world. Nico, you have to do better than that. Jimenez, Nico Paz, Jimenez, Amad. Oh, Ben Couture, Saba. Wait a minute, you were half through drinking your tea and the tea bag was still in the cup? Sorry, Duck, that's sacrilege. Why was the tea bag still in the cup? No. We need an explanation on this one, Duck. I need an explanation on this one. Did you just say halfway through drinking it, the tea bag burst? That means the tea bag was still in the cup. Are you? I don't take my tea bag out until the cup is empty. Benny. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist, Benny. There's no nice way to say it. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist. Like this is like starting the Holy War again. This is like starting the Holy War again. We can't be having this conversation. This is like the Irish. This is like the Lions versus Barry's tea situation. This is starting actual war crimes now. This is actually blood. This is so bad now I can't even talk. Like this is atrocious. This is going back to old school Craic, where Craic ended up having long conversations about Barry's tea. And back in the day when we ended up having axolotl, even though we haven't seen axolotl in a long old time. Back in the days when we used to bring up the fact that reality is an illusion caused by lack of alcohol. Like this is old school crap that we're fighting about here. But like that's a war crime, Benny. But you're no better, Duck. You can't be going on your divine horse when you have half a tea bag, when you have half a drink of tea drank with the tea bag still in it. The tea bag needs to be removed from the cup of tea before the milk is added. And if you add the milk before the tea, you are a terrorist. Simple as. I'm disappointed in both of you. I'm disappointed in both of you. Do we need to, at some point in time, do an actual stream on how to make a decent cup of tea? Is this something that needs to be done? Do we need, maybe that's what the second video on YouTube for CraicAttackCentral will be. Craic attacks a decent cup of tea because you uncultured swine don't know how to create tea. And I'm not just going into a rant about tea because I'm scared shitless about this penalty. Who do we pick to take this penalty, by the way? It's down as Bruno Fernandes. He is our best penalty taker. But are we better giving it to Benjamin Šeško so that he's in good form? Fuck off. We're not giving it. We're not giving it to Edison. Although, actually, saying that Edison actually isn't bad. Edison actually isn't bad. Oh, you're an ass, Duck. You're an ass. Oh, this could give them a goal if he saves it. Oh, Duck, you're a bad influence on me. Duck, you're a horrible influence on me. Oh, you're a fucking horrible influence on me. Oh, oh. Oh, you're an horrific influence on me, but a goal is a goal is a goal. That's Oh, sorry, both of them are required for this. That's unbelievable. Oh. Unbelievable. And it puts Edison in good form too, so that means hopefully he'll do good saving for the rest of it. Although doing long kickouts is an interesting choice, Edison. Saba. No, Saba! Saba, that's your second bad pass today. No! Oh, that hurts. Oh, that one actually hurts. Lucas Bagwell. Alex Jimenez to Nico Paz. Nico Paz to Ahmad. Ahmad to Jimenez. Jimenez to Ahmad. Ahmad up to Nico Paz. They have Kalinski in goal too. Oh, Kinski, yeah. Interesting that he's their goalkeeper. Okay, can we keep the lead now? I'm half tempted to go ultra defensive if I'm honest, but I've learnt before, don't change from attacking when attacking is working. Bruno, Sesko, Mbuemu, Bruno, Mbuemu, Bruno, Saba! Oh! Oh, that would have been some way to come back after you caused the goal coming up, Saba. Half time, 2-1 up. This puts us back on top of the league because we're equal on points. But we need to end up getting the win. We need to secure the win out of this. But we must remember not to forget we ain't won yet.
Shut up.
Don't you forget, you ain't won yet.
Ooh, we're hitting a bit of squeaky bum time, I'll tell you that. Oh my God. We're still in control of this, but we're scarier than we want to be. Saba, come on, man. You have to do better than that. That's Saba's third or fourth time to make a mistake on a bloody highlight. Ahmad. Alex Jimenez. Off of the Gemba! Oh! Saba. Bruno. Stellar. Saba. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. At least you're coming back to do your defensive work, but I'm sorry, you're making too many mistakes, Saba. No! God, we're equal on corners. Victor almost getting the ball into him. Mark Cucurella to Victor. Victor to Mark. Mark in. Ahmad. Nothing there. Alex Jimenez to Ahmad. Ahmad to Alex. Alex needs to do better on his passing work. That's a major problem we have. Our wingbacks are just causing issues there. Saba will be fantastic when he grows more into the role. Brendan Johnson! This cannot end as a draw. Please, this cannot end as a draw. A draw for us is a lot in this game, by the way. Okay. It's a loss if we don't score in this last 10 minutes. Please. Please, 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 please. Please. Please, guys, please. No. Yeah, no. I think that's it. There's 10 games left in the season, but I think that's it. I think we gave it away. Victor Rook probably was one of... Victor Rook and Mark Cucurella, ironically, the changes for Saba and Mbeumo were probably the ones that killed us. Oh, that almost makes me want to cry. Oh, that almost makes me want to cry. There's 10 games left. Hopefully Spurs will capitulate on one of them. But you don't know. And we have to face them in the Carabao Cup final as well. I mean, we could focus on the other crap for now. The Champions League is the next thing that ends up coming down. But that's horrifying. That one hurts. Anyway, for now, that's going to be me tonight, guys. I will be live again tomorrow because I'm not doing the boxing. I don't know what I'm doing yet. It might be Shimigami Tensei. It might be something completely different we'll end up seeing. But until then, thank you all so much for coming in. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to all of you. All I can say in the meantime is make sure your crack is 90. And let's see who I send you off to. Screw it. I'll be nice to him since he's been nice to me in the past. I'll send you off to Simus. He's playing Warframe at the moment, so it's a bit of crack. But yeah, make sure your crack is 90, guys. Schlongafol. And Schlongafol, and as always, Pogmahon. Adios, amigos.